Sonic teams up with the Justice League, and it's just as silly as you might think it is. Alright, hello, and welcome to the start of many videos for the DC and Sonic the Hedgehog collaboration, or crossover, or whatever. Anyways, this is just to let you know that I do plan on covering each issue as I can pick it up. I was actually made aware of this run thanks to Rob over at Comics Explained, and I will leave a link to his first video of this. But I do have a little bit more experience when it comes to the Sonic games and comics and whatnot, but that is not to discredit his knowledge on the DC side of things. So there's that. But anyways, let's begin with issue number 1. Alright, so issue number 1, Chaos Crisis, part 1. I want to say this is going to be about 10 issues long, at least. But anyways, it kicks off with Sonic, Amy, and Tails enjoying a picnic. And then, lo and behold, they get interrupted by a ship from leaving a portal, in which they ask if it's friendly or not. To those who know DC, at least with the Omega symbol on the front, you know that it's one of Darkseid's ships. However, I think this is brand new because I don't ever recall this style of ship. But it could be a decision on Ian Flynn's part, considering he is writing this. But regardless, Darkseid has now entered into Mobius airspace. And yes, I call it Mobius regardless of what the first page says. Either way, he sends off his parademons. And to those who don't know, parademons in DC are effectively the equivalent of the badniks from the Sonic games, at least the older Sonic games. I don't remember if they kept using the birds in the newer ones to pilot the ships. I mean, not the ships, the mechs. Regardless, they dispatch with the initial batch of parademons, and more come, and they decide to book it. And of course, they start attacking the Master Emerald, which has Knuckles guarding it. And then Darkseid decides to use whatever energy that he can to destroy it. Of course, we all know that it's not completely annihilated. It'll come back later on. So, but we pick up once again with Team Sonic, Amy, and Tails as they figure out they have to split up because even more parademons show up. And in the midst of that, he ends up meeting with the Flash, and he asks Sonic why he's there, but uses the name of Crackle. Now, for those who don't know, like myself, I actually looked this up. So, Crackle is an ally of the Flash family and debuted back in 1998. But it kind of goes in tandem with my thoughts as to which Flash this could be. Now, in DC history, they typically go with Barry Allen as the main Flash character for the Justice League. Very rare do they go with Wally West. But considering in 98, Crackle, who is a radio frequency species, from a radio frequency species, was an ally of Wally West. That makes me think that this is Wally West, not Barry Allen. But we'll find out in the upcoming issues whether or not they say exactly which Flash this is. Regardless, as they both love to do, they decided to have a little race. Just an impromptu race. And they run right past Silver the Hedgehog and John Stewart, dealing with more of the parademons up high in the sky. And, he's they're just having a chat about their powers, and Silver is like, yep, I'm just a hedgehog. Which, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but then again, they never explained his powers, to be honest, but, so, regardless. Anyways, and then we kick back off to the ground with Shadow and Shadow and Batman taking out more parademons, and no words said. That's pretty much it. And they feature a new species, a blue possum, I guess? Oh well. Now this robot that Amy and Tails deal with before, Princess Diana and Victor help them out. Of course, that being Wonder Woman and Cyborg. It doesn't look familiar. I think this is just a new creation on the part of Darkseid. At least from what I've seen, I don't recall this kind of design. But they get helped out by those two. Nothing major in terms of conversation. And then we go over and join Knuckles as he is backed up by Superman. Oh boy, those two they picked the right ones for this group, I swear. But they end up all meeting and get introduced to each other. So we have Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, Silver, Amy, and Shadow. On the Sonic side, we have Kal-El, Superman, we have Princess Diana, Wonder Woman, John Stewart, Green Lantern, most likely Wally West, Flash, Victor, Cyborg, and Bruce Wayne, Batman. So for those who didn't play as many of the Sonic games, Silver was from Sonic the Hedgehog from back in 2006. He's from the future, which means some shit went down in this continuity's future where he's here in the present. He hasn't said anything just yet, so most likely in the upcoming issues that's going to happen. Shadow, of course, is from Sonic Adventure 2. Knuckles is from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Amy is from Sonic CD. Tails is from Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And Sonic was actually an Easter egg in a racing game by Sega. So yeah. As far as the Justice League members are concerned, for those who'd never read or seen anything DC, there's a bunch of videos. I'll probably link a playlist or two from Comics Explained or someone else. But regardless, the attitude of each of the Sega characters is pretty much a mirror match for the Justice League. But after introducing themselves, Victor goes and says that Darkseid is looking for the anti-life equation, and he ended up finding something here, so he decided to take a boom tube and go here. Boom tubes in DC are equivalent to the super teleporter rings in the Sega comics. And I did do a video, I'm going to say talking about that. So I'll leave a link to that in the description below. But they ended up following behind Darkseid, and that's how they ended up there. And towards the end of it, they're like, yeah, let's pull ourselves together and come up with a plan, in which Shadow, being Shadow, decides, nah, screw this. I'm just gonna go deal with it. And Batman decides to go talk with them and brings up the whole Maria thing. Well, he didn't directly say Maria. He just knows because he went through something similar, and Shadow decides to talk about the whole thing about Maria. So, but they pair off, in which Tails leaves with Cyborg. Shadow is, paired up with Batman. Knuckles is paired up with Superman. And for some reason outside of the games, they decide to let him fly. I don't understand it, but whatever. Amy is paired up with Wonder Woman, and they're both surprised at each other. One has a flying car, the other one can just fly and has an invisible jet, which is a very, very old callback to, I want to say, the TV show, probably. Batman and Shadow have their motorcycles. Tails is surprised by what Cyborg could do, and Cyborg's like, dude, don't put yourself down. I could barely even connect to your system as it was. Silver teams up with Jon Stewart, and Rob, honestly, I agree with Rob. I wouldn't be surprised if they gave Silver a Green Lantern ring. And then we have Sonic and Flash. Now, one thing I didn't mention is that he did go, yeah, I kind of beat him. But, yeah, we all know that Flash is faster than him. Even if it isn't Wally, he is definitely faster. And if it is Wally, there is no way Sonic is catching up. But Sonic and Flash speed up, trying to get to the first emerald, but they end up being beaten to the punch by Darkseid getting the blue Chaos Emerald. So, yeah. And that's it for the first issue. They do leave a preview for the next run of the Absolute series, which is Martian Manhunter. But I'm not going to get into that one. Regardless, that's going to be it. I will be back next time with issue number 2. I will hopefully pick it up and do a video on it as soon as I can. But until next time, everybody, oh boy, this is going to be quite a run and quite a collaboration considering their past. Till then, goodbye.